Sir,
Sometimes,
can you repeat your question?
are there some people among your friends who share their joys and sorrows with you?
Actually, I told you earlier, I mentioned earlier that I don't have many friends.
Yeah.
So you can, that kind of friend you can say who share their, joys and everything, every secret, or you can say a real friend like uh, go with you and visit places and spend time with you. I don't have any.
Okay.
So you can say I am unlucky in this way, but anyhow,
Mm.
I have many friends.
Mhm.
Like we play together, like football. We go to play on other places, like with other teams in their home grounds, and we always. It appears we always lost anyway because we
Mhm.
don't do practice. So it's you can say we don't have much time to give to our sport.
Mhm.
So anyhow,
Okay, among the friends,
uh,
so there is one who is we call the best friend. Do you have who is your best friend?
uh, I had one, but I don't think he is not anymore because he have other friends, so he gave his attention to them. Actually, he was my, you can say he was my class fellow, my bus fellow, and he was my nephew. You can say like he was the son of my cousins.
Mhm.
So uh, actually, when his mother died, so
Mhm.
he got spoiled. So
Mhm.
he stopped studying. So he actually over, you can say, over goal being
Mhm.
disconnected. Like he stopped
Oh.
studying. So
Mm.
I gave my concentration to my study.
All right.
So
All
he
right.
had other goals. You can say he started running his
Mm.
business, and
Mm.
he have other friends. He
Mm.
is like he is mature person now.
Oh.
So we are no more like friends.
Uh,
Anyhow, we meet each other sometimes. When some friend came to
mm.
him, he
Mm.
sometimes calls me. So we sit together and just talk
Mm.
our all day about our old days, like when we do same things together.
Mm.
Like memories. Like memories. We have joint memories we shared with each other, and we
Mm.
get amused with that, with
Oh.
those memories.
Okay, that's all right. So here is that how often do you go with friends? Do you sometimes?
uh, no, I don't go more oftenly in some places I mentioned earlier, because I am some kind of conservative type person. I just lie at my home the whole day and give my concentration to my study. And I just spend more and more time to the social media like YouTube, and learn more things like related to my study, and set my goal that I have to achieve this. So I just go and play some games, and other than that, I don't go outside of fun. Sometimes I have a friend, he have a shop, mobile shop. I go to him at his shop and
Mhm.
spend, you can say, 20 to 30 minutes in a week, you can say that.
Mm.
Otherwise, I don't go fun anywhere. Yes, there is my school friends. You can say they are my best friend. Actually, I was forgot about that.
Mhm.
So they are now my friends. Like they are best friend, and you can say that I go to them oftenly and spend nights with them, even at their place. So I have you I have their company, and it is a bit comfortable for me to spend time with them.
All right. That's very nice. Okay, and tell me about your best friends at school that you just just told me about it. Okay, how friendly?
Actually, we had
Uh,
a mutual, you can say mutual. Uh, you mentioned earlier. I actually forgot the word mutual.
mm,
Uh,
mutual interest.
Interest. Actually, we used to play a game together,
Mm,
and he was my class fellow also. We were friends, but through he actually taught me how to play that game. So we became friends.
mm,
So other than that, actually, it our friendship was began with the game. So now it's like not we don't play that game anymore, but we are friends.
all right.
So uh, you can say I go to them, and we enjoy a lot. And
Mm,
we also play another game now. You know the famous game PUBG,
PUBG, yeah.
but I don't play it often. They play it a lot, but I don't play it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they call me. Yesterday, a friend he called me to
Mm,
come, but actually I had a assignment, and I had no time to play with them. So I just simply
mm.
don't go and play with them.
All right. Then. Okay, how friendly are you with your neighbors? Do you have some friends in your neighborhood?
Actually, you know, in our society we have a concept a boy can be a friend of a boy.
Yeah.
So I don't have a neighbor who is at my age.
Mm.
Actually, some they are younger than me.
All
So you
right.
can say I have a good relationship with
Mm.
them, but not like you can say friends,
Is it
friendly
that
like relationship.
you sit together sometimes and you chat for a long time?
No, no,
Mm.
it's not like that.
No, just hello, hi,
I
how are you?
actually, yes, we have mutual interest. Like we
Hmm.
give each other money. Like we
Sometimes
help each other we help each other in the need in the
at the
time
time
of
of need.
need.
Okay. Sometimes there
Yes,
are just formalities. Okay, say we say hello,
yes.
hi, good morning. Okay, how are you? How is your father?
No, it's not like that. I don't do that actually. I don't like that.
Okay. So
So
do you have sometimes we are you see living see, the neighbors, they are almost you see very much like relatives. Okay, so
yes,
do you have
we
the
have that relationship. Yes, we
uh,
have that relationship with our neighbors, and
mm,
I think it's very quite good.
mm,
People, I have neighbors who are not like wealthy, you
ah,
can say.
okay,
So in the need of in any kind of
yeah,
need, they come to us.
okay,
So actually, so you can say we have a strong bond. We
okay,
help each other.
mm,
So in any kind of need, like we need a person there, people have experience that matter a lot. So they had that experience, like they have good taste in things like
mm,
uh, uh, my neighbor who is you can say a older person, like is a very bold person. So he know the things. When we want to purchase anything, we want to go to shopping to purchase anything, like you can say for dowry or anything like that. So we ask him to go with us. So you can say we help each other in the time being when we are
oh, so
needed each
yeah.
other.
Now, there's a what are the what which is more important to you, friends or family? But this is not a very good question. Of course, family is more important than friends, and so but we spend most of the time. We like to spend our time with friends. Okay, so in our daylight, mostly we stay with the friends and less with the family. But of course, family is more important. Family members are more important than friends. And
No,
the
I would like to modify my question answer about this statement as you
uh,
told.
uh,
Actually, I spend my more time with myself, not my family or not my friend. You can
oh,
say
no.
I spend like when I want to eat anything, I just go to my family. That's
Oh,
it.
okay.
And when I go there and I just eat things and like drink juice and I just
Uh,
sit there. My mom start talking.
okay.
You want to go? Just your time is up. Go.
Uh,
You have to do work. Like I just when I just go, I just ask them,
mm,
please
mm,
get me ready. I want to go. So someone is waiting my class. There's my timing clashing. You
um,
my I want to say actually there you go.
mm. All right. That's good. Now, what are what do you think that are the important qualities? Do you think that the good friend, ideal friend, what qualities do you expect in the friend?
I
What
expect
qualities?
he must be loyal. He
Loyal.
must be loyal.
Mm.
He must be loyal. He must be ready in to face any problem in needed time. He
Mm.
should not run away like when we need him. Like I don't say for a criminal help. I just asking for when we are in trouble, like our bike ran out of petrol. So we require actually we require help in such things. Not I am not asking for like we just you know do wrong deeds. Not for that. Actually, I am asking for asking when we need help. Actually, need help like in our physical life. We just going and went out at our bike, and we don't know that we have a proper fuel in it. So we just ran out of petrol and we had nothing in our pocket. We have empty pockets. So I think a good friend is what we needed at that time. So
All
uh,
right.
a good friend must have that qualities. He must be always willing to help us in the time being when we are needed.
All right. Okay, there are some friends that we like to sit with or join the company. We want someone that we wish someone that he should come and see sit and give company. So, do you give company to someone or someone give company to you and you feel comfortable? Is there anybody that you go comfortable with?
Uh, Actually, I don't think so. There is someone
Hmm.
anymore I am comfortable with. Actually, as I told you earlier, I had a friend, so now he
Yes.
just
No,
like a
it's
mature person. So now
mission
I
completed.
don't have any. Yes,
Hmm. Yeah.
I don't have any more friend.
So, what is your mission in life?
My mission in life. So this is very important question.
Mhm.
So my mission is in life is don't I don't want to hurt anyone.
Okay.
So I always try not to help, not to hurt. Actually, I try to help.
Mhm.
So I am also famous in my neighbors. You can say for helping. Like actually, I am good at tech.
Mhm.
Modern technology like mobiles, and
Mhm.
so my neighbors and anyone who I know, they come to me and they ask me to help. So I always willing to help. So my goal in life actually is I want to be a software engineer.
Uh,
So actually, there are other goals you can say for personal life, or you can say moral life, and in my personal life, I want that I should be able to do my to stand on my own feet. Like I
mm,
want no, I don't want anyone else help like my father's help to let me. You can say
Self-independent.
I don't want help. I don't want his help to get on my feet, to start my earning, to start my business. I want myself to run my own business on my from the beginning
Uh,
to the, you can say, to this to let it reach us at the stars.
okay.
So
All right. Carry on.
so actually I am doing BSCS right now. So as I told you, my aim was to go to abroad.
Uh,
So I asked my brother who is already in UK.
uh-huh.
So he actually refused at
Uh,
first.
okay.
So I got admission in UCP. So now he actually himself offered me that if you want to come, so you
Hmm.
must try. So that's why I am doing art.
Uh,
So
all right.
my
So
goal is very high about my future. So
you want to be something great, someone great.
yes,
Okay.
Salman Great.
So you want to make your name. Do you think that is the becoming software?
Actually, I don't want myself to be recognized by my brother's name or my father's name. I want my own identity.
Oh yes.
You know, people says he is the brother of that person. He is the son of that person. No, I want that he's that person.
Okay. You want to
You know
bring.
him, he's that person. I
Oh,
want to be that person.
all right. I understand that.
I want
Uh,
my I want to earn my own identity.
all right.
So actually, if I told you about myself, I am very hard working person actually. My routine is very tough. In the morning, I just take my regular classes. In the
Uh-huh.
evening, as I taking this session too.
Mhm.
So you can say after this I will have other work like I have social media websites, so
Mhm.
I earn from them. So I don't think people at my age uh, do that much of hard working. So in the late night I just did my homework given by the, you know, UCP, you know, my teachers
Yeah, okay.
assignments. I have and usually I prepare my quizzes and etc at late night. So then I sleep and the next day start with
Mhm.
that, you know, same with that same routine. So I just wake up with the same energy. So I think this is
All right.
will soon end, and this routine will be converted into another. So I am very passionate and a very I want to be energetic about my becoming life. Like I want to be in UK, so let's see
Mm.
where will be my destination.
All right. Well, that's very good. Now, so you have told me about good qualities of a friend he should be. So, don't you find any software engineer among the people you are in contact with? There are some people who are, as you see, who are becoming software engineers or who are very good this year studies as well.
You are asking me that I have any friend?
Yes.
Do I have any friend who
Don't
is
you? I mean,
like software engineer?
I mean to say, don't you see anybody hardworking, studying, and trying to become software engineer? So that is of your taste. If that means if there is somebody who's working very hard and studying good at studies, and he has the same mission to become software engineer, and your ideas, he wants to be self-independent, he wants to be of his own. So such a person will be your friend, don't you think so?
It's depend. You know, uh, as you told me earlier.
Mm.
that over mutual concerns also matters.
Yes,
So
mutually.
if he want to be my friend, it's matter a lot. You know,
Ah.
bonding is two ways, not one way.
Mhm. So,
So it depends.
how much are you attracted towards beauty? There are some friends, some see in class fellows. Is it in your school is co-education or just is he separate classes for males and females?
So actually, I am also passionate in this matter.
Mhm.
Actually, I am engaged already.
Ah.
So I don't,
So you are
nothing
a,
matter to me.
you already have a friend, okay? The
Yes,
person you are engaged to is your friend.
yes.
Because you are going to start your it's a long journey, married life journey. So naturally you are looking to that. So that is, you have a best friend yet then, isn't that? You might be receiving phone calls, talking, planning, or all that. Hello? Hello, Fahim? Where are you gone? I can't hear you. Hello? Hello? I can't hear you. Something went wrong. Let's start chat. Control board, where is that? Stop chat. Hello, is everything okay?
Hello,
Yes, everything okay. Hello,
hello,
can you hear me?
hello, sir.
Hello. Yes, I think there must be some signal problems. And
Hello, sir.
hello, can you hear me?
Hello, are you?
Uh,
Hello,
yes, it's
can
okay.
you hear me, sir?
Yes, yes, yes. I can hear you.
Hello.
I can hear you. I can hear you. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can
I think
hear.
there is problem with my internet.
Yes, internet issues. I think so. Yeah. Okay. So, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Let's carry on. So that is very good. That you have a good friend. I was talking about that. So next is part 2, and in this you will the examiner will speak these words. So you will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to
Hello,
think
sir.
about what you are going to say. Can you see the screen? I have shared the screen. Okay, never mind. I will upload the video, and if there is a speech issue, that will be resolved later. Okay. Hello. So you will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. You have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. You can make some notes to help you if you wish. Okay, the question is describe a writer you would like to meet. Hello, do you read books?
Yes. I don't actually read books.
Okay, so is there any writer that you like very much, and anybody who writes very good articles or books are very good, you are inspired
Mm,
by?
a-
Mhm.
as I told you, I don't actually read books out of the course, you know. I just read books like which are included in my course books. You
Okay,
can say school books
but
and
when you are
university books.
when you are at the test, in the arts test, don't say, sir, I don't have anybody, I don't like any writer.
Yes, actually, I just read a book. I just read a book of Shakespeare,
Uh-huh.
uh, and I just read a novel at my during my O levels course.
Uh-huh.
It was, I think, Pride and Prejudice,
Yes, play.
and it was a play. Yes.
Mm.
So Actually, I don't remember
Pride,
anything.
Pride and Prejudice is a novel written by Jane
Yes,
Austen. That is,
yes, Jane Austen, and I think, yes, yes, yes. It was after, yes.
uh,
Before it, I just read the novel from the Shakespeare. I don't I think it was named as Shakespeare. I
okay,
just don't remember its name.
okay. So, so you would like to meet Jane Austen?
Mm, yes, you can say that.
Okay. And she is very popular and she was very sensitive as well. So now you tell
I think
me,
I just heard about her that first her novel was rejected. Is that true?
rejected. Might be possible. Okay. Because in those days, the situation was very much like we have these days in our society. Our society, you see, always
People
worships.
don't promote others.
Yes, our society now, they
There
are
are leg pullers.
they are, of course, you are very right. And the our people in this society, they are praising those people who are already popular, okay, who don't need popularity. Like you see, there are some anchors, Hamad Mir, and you see
There are
people like
other things
Salim
like
Safi, Salim Safi.
we just praise the money. You can say we just praise the money
Of
and we
course,
just
we have our own interest. We praise them so that we should get some help from them. Anyway, there are some writers, so you see,
interest as we mentioned
yeah,
earlier. We
earlier.
have our interests.
So
So
here you see, if you don't have anybody, if you don't remember any good writer, so you can say, yes, I have read many books, but there is an old man in our village, okay, and he is a very good writer. He is not very popular, but his stories are very good, moral stories, and he has, you see, great patience. He has seen the world. His advice is very good. The words, handling of words. So you can say sometimes I read his articles in the newspaper, and you can tell any name, okay, then you can start appraising. Okay, so yes, make a character. Don't.
like we just create our own character.
Yes,
We
yes,
can just create our own character.
own character, okay, and you can say that anybody you can say he is very young, he is very passionate, he is very working, anybody, and you can talk about your own self, okay, and keep yourself in your mind, okay, and about yourself you know very well, and you can say, I know there's a person, his name is Fahim, and he is very good writer, and he is writing articles for the newspaper, people like him, and he is very active on social medias as well, and I would like to meet him, okay, so things like this.
Actually, we don't say that I like to meet him.
Here it is that
Actually, he lives in my own village.
yes, you like to meet,
So
wow, yes, that's a very good point.
I can say that I like to spend a lot of time with him.
Yes, he is in America. He is from from my own village, but he is in America, and he has not come back for 3 years. And I don't know where he is now, what he is writing. I would like to meet him very much. Okay, so
I mentioned, but we mentioned earlier he's not much
okay, I
famous.
think you can create a character. Okay, you say that's very very good. Okay, you can say I want to meet Allama Iqbal. Okay, so he is very good
Yes,
writer, very popular.
I was going to say that,
Yeah.
but there is a little, you can say I had a little
Mm. You can say his poems are very popular.
problem.
I
I
have.
had a
Mm.
little problem that I don't actually remember his,
Mm.
uh,
Date of
you
birth
can say, no,
about his life.
poems and other things like that,
No, never
what
mind.
he
You
had
see,
written.
yeah, he has written many poems. You see, they are very popular in the society, and people sometimes you see, and he has written some books that were very famous. Okay, so I have
Can we change?
heard a lot about him. Yes,
Can we change? Can we
actually,
change?
the
Can we change the question? Like
no, no.
we just talk like that. Actually, I don't much familiar like with writer, but I like singers most. like the Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan.
Brother,
Can we
they
do
say,
that?
no. Here there's a describe a writer you would like to meet too. Okay, if there is no one, you can say
So we
anybody.
have to
You have to speak. There
give
is
answer
listen to me. There is a writer.
accordingly.
His name is Flan Flan Flan. And, okay, what do you know about about this writer already? What what you know? What information you have? You can say he's very hardworking. He was very poor in the beginning, and you see he struggled a lot, and he made his career. Yeah, it took many years for his first book to be published, and things like that. And he has written some songs, and you can add the history of some, you see, songwriters or singers. Okay, that is your favorite. You can add anybody. Okay.
Can we say can we took the writers who write the movies stories? You can say
Okay.
that like
Well,
they first write novels like Harry
uh-huh.
Potter.
Yeah, you can
There
say
is a Harry
Harry
Potter
Potter.
series.
Yes. Take a character and you can talk about it. It is only for talking, okay, not to get information from you. Okay, it is something, a question. It's a kind of a prick. Okay, they give you a prick so that you should speak. Question is just a prick, and a little bit relevant to make a character. If you know anybody, so this kind of questions is expected. But don't say that there is no writer. I don't read books. I don't have any writers. Of course, we read a lot and we see sometimes. We reading and writing, and if you don't read you will forget about reading. Okay, what is written on the text, you see text is here. So there are some people that naturally they come, and if you don't remember quickly and start telling about yourself own self and change your name. All right.
Okay.
Okay, so in this way we make a character.
You can say we can create a character, imaginary character by ourselves.
Imaginary character, you can say. So now talk about someone who writes and you like very much and you want to meet him, and why
Actually,
you.
Pakistanis are very much familiar to create their own imagination. You can say
Uh,
they can create a lot of blunders.
yes, of course, never mind. Okay, talk about a writer. Try your skill. Okay, talk about a writer.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Actually, there is a writer, like you can say he's not much famous.
Manoj Bhai.
So he used to live, you can say, in my neighbor.
Uh-huh.
He was my neighbor's neighbor.
Uh-huh.
So sometimes I usually when I feel free, so I used to go to him,
Mm.
and I used to spend some of my time to read his novels. Like you can say, he write in Urdu. So he was not much famous. I think I mentioned it earlier. So
Yes.
people don't recognize him, but I think he was my best writer actually, because I spent. You can say a writer. Uh, First he struggled a lot, then he write good things.
Uh-huh.
So I think that was his beginning phase when he was polishing himself. So at first his stories were not that much good as they should have to be. So I think he had that spark in him, sparkling thing in him that a good writer should have.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if he tries his best, he can do. He can achieve his goal.
Okay. Yes.
So no one can stop him to achieving his goal.
Mm-hmm. So why you want to meet him? The reason is that he is your neighbor. So you can tell that he's gone somewhere in America and
Yes,
lost
yes.
contact. Mm.
He was my neighbor's neighbor, but he was on rent,
Mm.
so he had to move.
Ah, yes,
So
mm.
due to his, he used to work at. He write at his part time.
Ah,
He used to work at a factory. So
Mm.
he went, you can say, he went to his uh, to that place where he used to belong. I don't know where he went.
Okay.
So actually, so he was not that much familiar. Actually, he just spent 6 to 7 months at my neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
So people don't actually know about him where he went.
Mm-hmm.
So I would I would like to meet him with him. So because uh, his stories admire me.
Inspired you.
Actually, at first, I don't realize that.
Mm-hmm.
So now when I think about his stories, actually they really admire me, and he had that sparkling a
Mm-hmm.
good writer should have.
Mm-hmm.
So his story just really touched my heart.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, this is my story.
Yeah.
So actually, a story should be like a reader should feel it. So actually, I feel his story. So I really want to meet him.
All right. Very good. Now, this is part three of the test. Discussion topics, reading and children. Okay, example questions. So what kinds of books are most popular with the children in your country? Popular with children in your country. Do you think that children like reading books? Okay, what kind of stories, books children like to read?
Actually, I think the books which amuse a lot,
Mm.
children, attractive pictures.
Attractive.
Picture children children actually don't like to read a lot.
Uh-huh.
Actually, they like to they like to see attractive pictures. Like
Uh-huh.
when in my childhood, I like to when I went to a library, so I went to that section at which there were books. When we opened them, there was like structure 3D type pictures.
Mm. Yeah.
When we those books, they
Mm-hmm.
just show pictures which were 3D type.
Mm-hmm.
So the picture made out of paper structure. So actually, I should recommend. I like to recommend those kind of books to children because they are really attractive, and there are you can say there are lesson in those pictures.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is the best way to teach students, children's. So because children don't like to read a lot, so I think that is the best way to teach them.
Yes. You say the children like the books, which are you can say picture
Actually,
stories. Mm.
children at the childhood, children like to you can say they are like adventure person. we
Yeah.
uh, we think ourselves to be adventurous person. We
Yes.
like to we like to innovate and want to know more about things. So I think there should be puzzle like books,
Mhm.
like there should be like puzzle like books. So this is my perspective. So uh, as I told earlier, at my childhood, I used to read that section which is like 3D like structure books.
All right.
So
Now, the next question is why do you think some children do not read books very often? You have told me already this that children don't like to
yes,
read books
already I
because
told you that.
they like to see seeing pictures in the book.
Reading things are really boring like
Boring.
nowadays.
Okay. So how do you
There are
prepare?
other factors. There are other factors now.
Ah,
Nowadays, there are other factors like uh, there are games which we usually like children usually like to play at their free time. uh, in you can say old days, old times, there were no such things. So
Okay.
at free times, children like to read things. So nowadays, children like to play computer games and other things like PS4. There is vast technology coming onward.
Mm.
So I think this is the negative impact on our new generation of
Okay.
new technology. But reading books is very important because uh, a good one book can teach us a lot of things which bulk of game cannot.
Oh, yeah, sure. So the
I
one factor
I
is
am
that.
not saying
Mm,
I am not saying playing game is bad. Actually, playing game train our minds and let us to be more patient, to be more determined. So actually, I have a friend.
mm,
He don't like to play a game, and he really struggle a lot to make his own decisions. So there is pro and cons.
mm.
So
Okay. Now, you see, how do you think children can be encouraged to read more? So, how can we help children read books?
as I told you earlier, we should adapt their way. Children like to read such thing like adventures thing.
Mhm.
You can say uh, uh, to their heroes, like people children like to watch cartoons. So there should be book like which mention about cartoons. There should be books like that. There are story about you can Spider-Man.
Mhm.
So children like to read those kind of books.
So one thing idea comes to my mind that we should give them a challenge of reading this speed. Okay, if some child is reading clearly and at is convenient with the fluency. Okay, so then we should give him degree and certificate without any examination. Do you think that is good idea?
You mean to say we should reward him?
Yes,
So I think
and
it's not a good idea.
performance should be
Actually,
on the base of reading. If someone reads very
mm,
good, then he is good. So in this way, they will start reading books. I think. They will judge your speed. They will make recording of the how they speak.
actually, I don't think so because everyone will start concentrating on reading books. You
Yeah,
can say that. Actually, we can say the number of books,
number of books they read.
not the reading and not the speed of reading,
Okay,
the number and the knowledge. We can say the knowledge about the books,
okay,
not the speed of reading such like
okay.
things such like that.
Uh,
We can say no, number
reading.
of books. We
I
can
mean
say
to say reading
knowledge
should
about the
be
books.
reading. If it is a game, then they can take some interest. And you see, otherwise reading will be very boring if it is not a game.
No, there should be like if a children is like reading, so he or she should be rewarded like we should let him play for 5 hour or 3 hour. We should manage their time of playing game and reading. We should manage these things.
Okay. Do you think reading is important or not important?
Mm, actually, as I told mentioned earlier,
Mm.
reading is very important because uh, a game cannot teach us
Mm.
any lesson that a single book can teach. A single book can teach us the course of our whole life. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
say a single book can change our way of thinking, our
Yes, sure.
aim.
Okay, it can inspire
A
us.
book can yes, a book can you can say I have no I am short of words. Actually,
But don't say
a
that I'm
book
short
can.
of words. Okay, in the examination you should not say I'm short of words because this is recording and they will not give you good bands. Okay, so try to
Okay.
say okay. Okay, never mind. So it is that books, some good book inspires a lot. It can change our life. Okay, so it can see help us throughout our life. Very often we are very proud to read some good books, and we mention to others as well. So okay, now they are reading for different purposes. Okay, so this is the main topic, and the question relating to this is that are there any occasions when reading at speed is useful skill to have? You have opposed this idea that reading skill is not very important. So real thing is that we should read and understand the important things. Okay. Hello.
Yes.
You
Yes. Yes.
have you
I
have already made a long debate on it. That reading skill is some people think that it is very useful, but your idea is that read at speed or slow, but try to understand what is written. Well, that's very good. I like.
No, actually, it's not matter that reading speed matters.
Uh,
It's also matter, but we should understand what we are reading. Actually,
yes, we should understand.
there is no benefit if we are reading with a very fast speed what we don't know, what we are reading about. So
Okay, my
it is
personal
useless.
I tell you that my personal life experience is that is reading. I am able to speak now English now. It is because of reading. Okay, and I did not care what is the written in the book, what the writer means. I did not care, but I just read everything that came to my mind. Okay, and then I improved my English. So one way it is that our speaking speed is very much based on our reading speed. If we are not living in an English society or English environment, so in that case, we have to create an environment, and in that environment, we keep reading the books. And I normally, for myself, I cared about the speed and not about the meanings. Okay, but it was very wonderful. Automatically, and when I was reading at a speed, I read something again and again, and then some books became very friendly, and I began to understand the books as well. So, in one way, it is useful.
We can say it is alternate because inverse. We can say it inverse. Like
When
if we are reading is slow,
no, but
we can
reading is
also
the
read it.
if you
Listen, I
listen.
am. Let me clear my.
Okay,
Let
okay.
my clear. Let
Mm,
if we are reading it slow, we will understand it.
ah,
So with the time, we will reach a time when we can read fast, and
mm,
we will able to understand it.
uh,
I'm not saying we should read it slow always. We will reach that level.
mm,
With life we gain experience. So I
uh,
think we will advance ourselves in that manner.
yeah.
So my opinion is that first we should read slowly so we can understand things,
Mhm.
what is written in the content, so we will be able to familiar with the words, with
Okay.
the reading, so we will able to speak and read things fast.
All right then. So next is that are there any jobs where people need to read a lot? Reading
Hmm.
related jobs. Are there any jobs which demand reading?
I think there are
Mm,
like article writers. They're like they had to read a lot. You can say analyst, the
mm,
news writers, the typists.
mm.
There are many people, many jobs in our society in which reading jobs needed to read a lot.
Teachers' job is very much popular, and it
Yes,
relates to reading as
yes.
well. Okay, so there are many things that in which you see reading is very important. In almost in offices, all the offices they are involved in reading instructions. It's the one way or the other. Office work is very much based on reading. We have to read different letters, and we have to write different letters, and sometimes they especially in clerical jobs, okay, there's a lot of reading. Okay, So teachers, clerks, and newsreaders, you see all these people, they are important in a society. So now, do you think that reading novels is more interesting than reading factual books? Okay, factual books are the books of science, you can say. Okay,
Okay.
books of history, and they, you say, give us information. And do you think that the novel in novels there is, you see, imaginary environment, and you see uh, fake environment, you can say. Okay, fake is not the right word. I
Actually,
say something that is interesting and that captures our interest. So imaginary world. Do you think that reading about imaginary world is more interesting than reading about the actual world?
actually, it depends on person to person.
Hmm.
If I give my example, so I like to read about, you can say, innovating things in our happening in our life. So
Hmm.
now, as I mentioned earlier, reading is
Hmm.
uh, becoming, you
Hmm.
can say, distinct. So nowadays there is a lot of content on YouTube about, you can say, modern technology, so I can relate to it. So I like to read about, you can say, science related things. So it depends on person to person, what a person should like to read. So
Hmm.
over my so so we cannot decide for other what they like to read. So this is my opinion, that it depends person to person.
All right. So, in your case, then you would like to read what? This factual book or novels?
I mentioned earlier, I like to read factual books,
Factual book.
related to the new discoveries.
Hmm.
But there are novels, also fiction novels, like in which innovative things like technology things.
Ah, technology.
We can say that novels and factual books are also somehow similar.
Similar. Yeah.
You know, yeah, we
Hmm.
can't say that novels are similar to the factual book, but factual book are
Hmm.
similar to the novels. Like novels have such things like stories related to the fiction movies. There are fiction stories like, in which a person is flying. So there are other things written in concept in novels which are imaginary. So we are, as a human being, we are very, you can say, we took over interest in such things which are imaginary, which don't really uh, exist and don't follow the law of physics.
Ah, yes, yes.
so i think so I think reading novels, and
Do you believe there
I
are?
like.
Do you believe about aliens? Yeah. Do you think that there are aliens?
Mm,
Aliens exist and they will somewhere in the world. Aliens are.
actually,
Hmm. They don't, you see, come within the 118 elements which are of the chemistry. Okay, and they are different.
yes.
So, do you believe in aliens?
Actually, I don't really think about them. So there was incidents, I think a month ago.
Hmm.
There while PIA pilots observed that there was an object, alien ship-like object, which they
Okay.
see at their space.
Hmm.
So I cannot say that they exist or don't exist, because I really don't know about, because this universe is very vast, and oh,
Well, if
God
the
have his own
pilot,
plan.
if the
God
pilot,
have his own plan. So
Mm.
we don't really say that they exist or don't exist. We can just give our opinions. So I think, mm, yes, alien can be exist.
Okay, do you think that there are some people, there are many stories relating to jinns in our society about magic? So, do you believe that jinn, you see, are exist in our society, and sometimes they make problem for the people?
I think they exist,
Mhm.
uh, because
Sometimes we
there
have.
are other superstitions.
Uh,
We have superstition too.
mm,
So sometimes we just there is nothing just over delusions. So
wind is
there,
blowing
I
every.
think,
Mhm.
yes, but I think they really exist because I have many personal, can
Experience.
say, experiences, like
Mhm.
my cousin uh, she had such things like
Mhm.
not jinn. There were like powers like she just
Yes, it's
she
some.
used to talk to them. She used to talk to them and solve the problems, like a person whose things are lost. So she talked to them and she used to help to that person,
Mhm.
of
Oh,
that person.
all right, yeah. So it was all about this speaking test, and tomorrow we'll get another test. You see, I'll send you the link, and this is the same link. You can save it, okay? You can join me
Okay,
tomorrow, and if I'm not online, you can give me a call. I will be immediately online, and most probably I will be online by 9 o'clock. Okay. So
okay,
see
sir.
you. We shall meet tomorrow again at 9 o'clock with another test. Okay. Till then, have a
Okay,
nice time.
sir.
Yes. See.
Will we just do our speaking, or we will concentrate on, I think, writing?
Well, there is writing task as well. If you write something, you can send me. Then I will comment on that. So this is a picture. Okay. Write at
Okay,
least 150 words. It will be in the movie, and you can after that you can make the movie still, and then yeah, you can note it down, take a screenshot, and you can see write about it. So here is see it will be a picture like this, and the question will be like this. So you should spend about 20 minutes, and you should write about 150 minutes. The chart below shows the proportions of British students at one university in England who were able to speak other languages in addition to English in 2000 and 2010. So during this while, this
yeah.
you see something has been noted. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and mark companies comparisons where relevant. Okay. So here we see percent of British students able to speak languages other than English in 2000. Okay. So, and in 2000, the situation was like this, and in 2000, it was like this. So, this black color is not other languages. So, these many people, they spoke only just one language. I don't know why they have two portions of the similar color. There should have been some
No,
difference.
no, Spanish. There is Spanish and known language.
Okay.
The other one is Spanish. The
It,
31 is
it,
Spanish and 21 is no language.
Okay, all right. So the other one you see now French are this color is for French and Spanish. Okay, these are two colors you see. One is for no other language. I don't know how many
Yeah, yeah.
percent they are. These are the Spanish and these are French and these are German. So these
It,
many people.
it is written this proportion in percentage. These
Yes,
proportion are written in percentage.
percentage.
If you see outside of the circle.
This much percentage is for the see German speaker speakings, and white one is another language. These many speaker people, they can speak more than one language. Okay, and two other languages. Yes, these many people can speak two other languages, then they speak English and as well as
English.
two other languages. So this is the chart, pie chart, and you can see, and you will have to give the information. You can calculate the percentage. You see, total they make, I think, 30, 40, 50, 55, 75. Totally, this is 100. Okay. Yeah, 10 out of 100, this is 20 out of 100, this is 15 out of 100, 10 out of 100, 30 out of 100, and 15 out of 100. And then you can calculate the percentage, okay? We see, and then you can say these many
I
percent
think we
speak.
have to explain. We have to explain,
Uh,
and by
this
comparison,
this is this
we
this is
should.
this is you see in you see pictorial form, and there next is in situation changed, okay, by 2010. What changes you see appeared there? And see no other languages, okay. And previously and there were more people who did not, who spoke only English. Now almost see out of 20, and now there are only 10% who stick to only English, okay. So
Yes,
10%, say 10 out of 100.
we have to do comparison, and we have to write
Yes,
down the
comparison.
changes.
Yes, and yes, Spanish. You see, more people are learning Spanish. Spanish
Yes.
only. Okay, and these many people speak Spanish only, and so these many people German, same the same level. You see of learning and speaking German, and you see here what changes come. Let me इसको छोटा कर लें. Uh, yes. Yes, you can see. You see, this change has taken place here, and a little change has taken
Yes.
place. It's 10 to 15, and this was 13, 15, and it has got 20. So these many people, you see, another language who could speak other language other than English. Okay, 20% are there. So all this you will have to make comparison, but be very careful. You must write about 150 to 200 words, okay? Um,
Okay.
Not less than 150, not more than 200, you see. So this is the chart, and you can see I have made it. It's clear for you. The task is for you, and you will have to write the comparison. This is the task. You can see pictures are given below. Here, so you can explain them.
Okay.
Draw a
I have
comparison.
screenshot.
Okay, next we have writing tasks. Writing tasks two. Okay, you should spend about 40 minutes and write about the following topic. Some people claim that not enough of the waste from homes is recycled. Okay, people, some people say that there's more waste from the home should be recycled. Okay, we can say all the waste from the home should be recycled, and they claim that it is not so. Very little is recycled. They say that the only way to increase recycling is for governments to make it a legal requirement. So they make a suggestion that they have the opinion that government should force the people that they are to recycling, okay, the waste that they produce. If the people don't, you see, pay attention to, it should be a legal requirement that people should pay attention to recycling of the waste every house produces. So, well, this is very good. To what extent do you think laws are needed to make people recycle more of their waste? Well, this is a very good idea. If you ask me, my opinion is that the government should make a law and that everybody should recycle the waste they produce. Okay, so in this way there will be less pollution. I am very much in favor of this. I don't know how you see this. You will write your opinion.
Uh, actually,
The government
actually,
should.
as I know, there are rule in other countries like people.
Yes.
There are people if a pet
Uh-huh.
uh, uh, used to release it waste material, the
Mm.
person who owns it, he used to clean it, no one
Yeah.
other.
That's it. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Otherwise he have to
Yeah, we,
pay a fine.
when
So
we
we don't have such laws. So I
laws. Okay.
think we should introduce those laws. There
Okay.
were other things like there was wastage of cows. We used to use it as a biogas. So
Biogas. Yeah.
I think such things should be promoted.
Yeah.
So
You see, there is government is not actually taking interest. You see, we don't know where to dump. We know only one thing: we clean our house, and the waste we throw out in the bin. Okay, so government should
yes,
educate the people. Government should give task plan how to help. You see, recycle the waste material. Okay, for example,
yes,
when we you see sell or give away the books or magazines, and you see there are pins, and if we before selling the books, if it is necessary that we should remove the pins from there, because otherwise in the factory there's a lot of everybody as you see selling books like this with the pins. So it will be there will be a pile of books, you see a mountain of books, and the people will have to remove the pins from them. So if people share this effort that they should not sell the books with the pins, they should remove the you see, metal pins from there. The other is that the material, the books you see, sometimes we sell the cards or sometimes we sell the books. So we should separate them. We should not throw them all together. And there are other things you
but
see.
I think
Sometimes we
but
throw
I think the
glass pieces.
government is taking small steps like government ban plastic
Yeah.
bags.
Yeah.
I think government is taking steps. So I think
Uh,
this is a good step forward.
yeah.
So there should be other rules and regulations.
Many other things that when we throw the waste, we should separate the same glass pieces. We should separate the iron waste, glass waste, and you see cement waste, or some other things. You see the waste from the kitchen. You see that's organic waste. So these type of things which can be recycled, we should separate them before you see throwing them out. Okay, so this is
Okay.
it. It may be helpful, and the waste. There are some you see, for example. There are some houses that are big enough. They have you see lawns, and you see where they grow vegetables or some. They can grow vegetables as well. For example, the kitchen waste that is leftover food or something like that, we can throw it in the lawns, and we can dig and we can you see dump it there. So we will not have to throw it outside. It will be good for soil as well. More flowers will grow there. So in this way, or sometimes there are some parts you see flower parts, and we can use the waste from the kitchen, leftover food. Sometimes we can you see use it in the flower parts as well, to mix it with the soil. And some people you see give this leftover food to the birds as well on the rooftop. Okay, so there are different ways to recycle the waste. We should minimize the waste, and we should sort it before throwing it out. So this is really very important. So if government makes laws, then it is very good. It will you see help us overcome the pollution, land pollution, and our environment will be cleaner. And at the same time, we will be more sensible than ever, and people will like us more. You see, we sometimes like the advanced people of advanced countries. not because they are very rich, it is because they show a sense of responsibilities. So for that reason, we appreciate, you see, their character. Okay, dear. So these are the tasks you have seen. You have taken the snapshot of that.
Uh, Actually, we have talked in our last section. There should be awareness projects by the government for such things.
Yes, 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 yes.
So we have a vast talk about these topics. So I think I can write a very
Yes,
good
and you should write in paragraphs of almost equal
paragraph.
length, okay? And
Okay,
in one paragraph, there must be about 75 to 100 words. Okay, that is the ideal length of a paragraph. So, okay. Okay, wish you best of luck.
okay,
Okay, hope to see
okay,
you
sir.
tomorrow. Stay blessed, sweet dreams. Goodbye.
Okay, sir. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.